Hello,
Hello,
we're here
welcome,
with Perigon. How do you say that name? I don't know.
Perigon.
Perigon versus Zennan.
Anyway, hi, I am Sulfur.
Hello, I'm Turkey.
I am, well, sword on the stream.
And yeah, we're gonna be commentating this match.
Alright, the players are all ready for the first map, so let's see what it's going to be. It's going to be... Ooh, Escape.
Escape
Ooh.
first match? That is a,
It's an
well, yeah,
entire,
that's a very movement heavy map right there.
yeah, it's basically all just a movement map.
You can button stick that?
I don't think you can button stick that button, but yeah, Perigon does appear to be trying.
Well, alright.
Alright, let's see. Get both players ready up here.
We can get this match rolling, hopefully, soon.
Alright, both players are ready, so we could get started. Hold on. Alright, so we can get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so once the stream delay catches up, both players should be off. Yep, there it goes. We got
The predictions live.
predictions are live. Go ahead and vote. Gamble your channel points away. Y'all know what happens. I'm wondering how many completed runs we're going to see, because this is one of the more difficult movement maps to actually get a decent run through.
What's the seating? Why did I read it? I don't know.
Seating, I believe. Hold on. I don't have the thing open on my my monitor. Hold on. Where is that page? That's the volunteer split. There it is. Found it. So we can get the seating for these two. It is. We have Paragon being 6th seed in the Division
Then
D.
finishing at, what was it, like a 30? I couldn't see in time. It was like a 35 or something. Yeah,
I believe, yeah, 35.93. First round on the boards, that's solid. Getting just a timeout there. But yeah, Paragon is ranked seed 6, and Zennan is seed 2 for this map. So Zennan seems to have the edge here.
Speaking of like, not speaking of anything, Zennan's PB on this map is 30.93.
32
Yeah, Zennan's PB is a 30.93, which is 192nd, and I can't find Paragons. And the
30...
runners... Sorry?
That was a 36.09 from Paragon, which is puts both of the runners on the board, which is just nice to see.
And the runners' vetoes are Cave Johnson, Bridge the Gap, Jailbreak, Ceiling Button, Fizzler Intro, Trust Fling, Ceiling Catapult, Laser Relays, Prop Catch, and Wall Button. So unfortunately, we will not be seeing a Prop Catch.
No prop catch button stick. That's a 31, I think. 31.86 for Zen, and that is going to put him actually fairly close to PB as far as I'm aware. Nice nice time for the first 3 minutes of the match. We might be seeing a PB here if this keeps up. Looks like Paragon will be finishing a run here. Ooh. Nope, it's the head and resets. Never mind. I jinxed it.
I don't think it would have been around PB, but still it would have been a nice run.
I think that wasn't the timer on like 32.
Well, if they hadn't hit their head, I think it would have been a low 36 or a high 35. It was close to there.
Okay, I didn't watch the timer carefully.
Yeah. Zennan's struggling with that first shot, which is always a hard to make. I mean, it's not. It doesn't look too hard, but you're trying to do it while you're moving past the turrets, so it's like that makes it quite a bit more difficult than you'd think. Can I just say this is actually like one of the weirdest starts when it comes to movement maps because it's basically 4 redirects in a row if you're trying to go for like.
You need to try and spend like at least like 30 ground frames.
Yeah, you want to be getting yeah, because the thing, of course,
You
the
want 0
redirect.
on a second redirect.
Yeah.
Like
You want the second redirect to not actually be a redirect. That's true.
it's like a
But
hop continue. Like the second redirect is just a hop
it's
continuation.
just continuing your hops. But
then you would spend like 5 ground frames and then like
yeah,
15 on the other one.
Yeah, and then you
it
can
gets.
also see sorry.
You can go ahead.
You can also see the runners are kind of bonking their head on like the roof there. That part is really annoying. You can't really see it, but it's super easy to just bonk that and then the run's dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you have like too much speed, you can just completely bonk that ping and completely just
Yeah. Not
kill
not
your
what
speed.
Perigon just bumped on, but like it's a bit farther than that.
Yeah.
You can also bonk your head on Wheatley if you go too fast.
It is also true. Wheatley is always in the way. Paragon getting a run out of the turret room.
I wish Wheatley started farther away so he couldn't bonk on him.
Yeah, it would be nice. Zennan going missing the
Paragon
around the
got like
flip rush. That's what I'm saying.
Bit of a slow redirect, but finish with
a
a 35-48.
35-48.
Yeah, I
Which
thought it was
is their
48.
PB as far as what it looks like on the board.
Nice. You love to see it.
Also, I completely missed it, but we got like 9 minutes left.
Yep.
Damn. Oh,
We
that's
got. Looks like Zennan has a quite solid lead, so it'd be quite interesting to see if Paragon could take this back. It is
Missing the shot.
yeah, dying there is not what you wanna see. I didn't notice this, but Zennan does actually appear to be going for the around the clip rush strategy, which does save a bit of time over having to walk in the catwalks. That clip rush seems to always be in the way though, so you gotta be very careful. Heading into the 8-minute mark, and it seems like not much has changed. Both runners are still kind of struggling to get runs out of the turret room, which makes sense. This is a rather hard movement map. You're not going to be finishing as many runs as like what's a map that you finish a lot of runs on?
Laser intro. I
Sure,
don't
yeah,
know.
that one you finish. Yeah, because it's short, you get a bunch more runs. Yeah, is it a longer map? Not very long, but it is fairly long. So you know, you don't get runs. You don't get as many runs through in total. So getting a few good ones is all that you can really hope for. Zennan getting stuck in the corner by the turrets is unfortunate. if Zennan can make this on the railings. We get around the clip rush. We do.
They
You see
do.
that? You can see this ending, and maybe this is a good time.
Looks
Possible
like
PB
they
even.
aren't
Maybe it could be
doing-
like a low 30.
Mm.
No, it's a 31, I think.
Oh, that with that
Aw.
headbang, it's a 31. But what
It was
is
a
the 31?
76, I think.
31
Yeah,
73.
73.
Putting him a little bit further up in this match, and getting awfully close to actual PB.
Both runners are synced up. Well, they were.
Oh. Yeah, Perigon reset.
And now they're synced up again.
Yeah. Although Perigon
Paragon
resets again.
bunks.
Then getting another run on the railings here. Let's see. It's a
Weird
rough hop
hop
pattern.
pattern. Yeah.
Getting blocked by the clip rush. Another time they're synced up. Well, not quite as well. And they both reset though, so maybe. Oh, Paragon resets again. Zennan hitting Wheatley, but just deciding to roll with it. Oh, never mind. Lots of resets as we're past 5 minutes left in the match.
Zennan gets a good thing. Will they get the clip rush dodge?
No, you won't.
Unfortunate. Turkey is a bowling term? I'm unaware of any bowling terms, so.
It is. I know that.
Hmm.
That's like my whole entire goal in bowling is to get a turkey. It's 3 strikes in a row if you don't know.
Hmm.
It's
How
not
many
a
strikes have we
joke.
gotten in a row? So, like, what's your
I've
strike
gotten 2 and then a
rate?
9 spare before, which is
Ooh.
tragic.
Nice.
That's rough. Paragon getting a run on the railings here. We'll see.
Well, here.
Taking it
Ooh,
much
he got it.
safer and doesn't die to the turret, which is surprising considering just kind of standing there for a little bit.
Just unfortunately it's
Setting a
slow
lot of ground
redirect.
frames.
Yeah.
And
he's not gonna
resetting.
Yeah,
Probably
wouldn't
because
have
he thought he
PB'd.
wasn't gonna PB.
Zennan gets a good run.
Oh.
Oh, but
Blocked by the thing. Clip rush. I don't know why my mind doesn't like that word. It just like forgets it all the time. But you know, commentators curse. As soon as we start complimenting a run, it dies.
Zennan falls off of the railing. Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Perigon
Paragon
getting
going for it.
a run on the railings. But
Oh,
he
hold on.
missed, but he fallen off.
I do want to say that the dog in the corner of Zennan's screen is a very cute dog.
this is something, bruh. I can't read the blue. Why would you put a blue background and then this is fucking something, bruh.
This dog is fucked up, bruh.
Oh.
Damn. Poor dog. 2 minutes left in the match. We might see a few more completed runs. Hopefully, we've only seen a few so far, so hopefully we can get at least 1 or 2 more. Paragon falling off that railing. That is unfortunate. So they're both fairly synced up here.
Pretty sure Perigon got us. Like, no, I think it was Zennan who got a faster start.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh,
Zennan hitting the
Zennan not going
Good
hard
rush.
right after that hop.
Yeah, you really gotta pull to the side that foot rush extends
Yeah,
quite far.
you gotta go hard right. It's like, not exactly a flick, but like, it's like you gotta turn like really roughly so you can like maintain that right speed. So you can like drift yourself to the right and then
Mhm.
back to the left. It's kind of like a cliff shot, but not exactly.
I could see the similarities.
Yeah, like you jump right and then left in both tricks.
There's less than a minute left as we're heading into probably our final runs for the match. Well, not like these runs, but like the final few runs. You know.
30 seconds left, yeah.
Let's see if Zennan can
Ooh,
or
Ooh.
Perigon can pull off a PB.
looks like
Zennan
Zennan
getting
might
a
get a
run
PB.
at the straights,
Mm-hmm.
spending a bit of ground frame so he can make it around the corner,
Ooh.
but he
Oh, last second reset.
at the last straight.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. This seems to be.
We'll see if that reset paid off instead of finishing the run.
And the
Both
time
runners'
is up.
last runs. Paragon
Time is
reset
up.
afterwards, but it'd be
And so
So
did
it
really
looks
Zennan.
like
interesting to
Zen is
watch.
gonna win round 1.
Let's just watch Paragon's because it was barely over the timer. We'll just see.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll
One
see.
thing I was noticing about Zen's
Oof.
run is he was actually doing a little bit of an extra hop at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a slow
You want to do
Paragon
like
gives up.
you want to do like 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
They're straight redirects, I think. Well, you can curve them a little bit, but like mostly they need to they're just ideally really straight.
And then whenever both runners are ready, I guess we'll roll the next map.
Yep, both players
Yep.
are ready, so the next map is going to be Propulsion Intro.
Mm.
I'm not sure if you
Are
guys caught this. I don't think I was screen sharing during that time, but Zennan was sort of practicing the starting shot there
This'll
Interesting.
be
for the match.
interesting because I don't know if either runners go for the
View
view
snap
snap
or
pre
funk
lineup.
pie
Zennan
lineup.
said he will be going for the view snap.
Interesting.
All right.
At least in Discord, he sent a message saying, "I know view snap this time," with a funny, malicious emote.
Man, that sounds interesting.
It does sound like he's confident.
Did they know about Funk Pie's lineup?
Funk Pie's lineup is just the view snap, but worse. No.
All
Cut
right.
out Funk Pie for that lineup though is very handy if you're not doing the view snap.
All right, both players are ready, so we can start off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
And we are off. You got the first runs coming out here. Oof.
Looks
Zennan
like
appears
Zennan
to be-
needs a SAR DPI skill.
Yep. Fidgeting a bit with the view snap.
I think Paragon's actively trying to learn the Funk Pie lineup. Could be wrong though. It's just the way they moved to the left at the start.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they are going
It
for
does
it.
look like it. That appears to be Funk Pie lineup by the
Oh,
looks of it.
so they're both going for Funk Pie's lineup. They
Well,
don't know my lineup.
Paragon's going for the Super Reportal. Zennan went for the what is it? The normal reportal last time.
Yeah.
Why am I bad at words?
single report. Super reportal is a very interesting strategy here.
Yeah, I agree.
Although, you know, if Zennan can't finish a good run with reportal, then maybe it is the play. Just to
I
get a safe
said,
word.
Yeah. Also,
How are
Zennan
you?
was struggling quite a bit last time with it, so we
That is-
could see a win.
That is true.
But also, Zennan's probably practiced a lot after that.
Looks like Zennan isn't actually doing the view snap. I don't know when the last time I checked was, but Probably gave up on that.
Zennan going for the reportal, but misses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough map. For the
Looks
fact that
like
it's only
Perigon has the starting advantage, so with going for the Funk Pie lineup.
yeah, that will make his starts probably faster.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh yeah,
prediction.
the
Zenyan
Wolves
finishing
about to
with
start.
1706, I think, or
17.
1786.
Ooh, looks like Perigon misses the Super
Who
Reportal.
will win race 1? Jayo.
Yeah, predictions open.
Jayo. It says race. Okay.
Who will win
Sorry
race
about
one? That's a
that.
great question. The world may never know. Although we do got currently Zennan in the lead with the first time on the board, but looks like Paragon's going to be finishing
Paragon
with a 19
31.
31.
Was that 1931? I didn't
It
see
Yes.
that.
was.
Okay.
A 1931 gets them on the boards, although it's not beating Zennan yet.
Please,
There's still
someone
plenty of
finish
time.
the 1951. I want to make a Mel joke.
Oh,
It's the stupidest thing I've ever said. Okay.
any Mel fans in the chat? Just want to know.
I am a
Zennan.
certified Mel enjoyer.
All right. Funk Pie in here. If anyone can guess what Paragon's name, chapter's name, is referring to, you get a cookie.
Labyrinth,
I do know, because Gio CG. Yeah, I know. I don't count. That's why I'm not saying it yet.
What? I feel like that's either Laz. I'm keep thinking of community maps, and I don't know why, but that probably has nothing to do with it.
It helps if you know where Paragon was came from. I'm aware of Paragon's speedrunning history, which helps. Paragon setting up for the Super Portal. I think he hit it. 18-18 for Paragon there. That is
Very nice.
creeping back. Almost beaten. 118-18. I agree with Gio here. Let's see if we can get some more pixel shots here. It does seem to be the main run killer. Pixel shot here. I believe that's what everyone calls it. That's what I've called it for a long time, and I don't know where I got it from, but
I just call it shot.
shot. Sure.
Shot.
I don't have a name for it, but I guess I would call it like the 9 shot.
The 9 shot, yeah.
I mean, like, you're shooting like when you're behind the 9, so when you're covering the 9, so
Ooh, Perigon gets the lineup.
yeah, the
Emperor's
Emperor's called long shot, but like
long shot's in underground, so like
yeah, that's confusing. Yeah. Let's come up with a name right here in the commentating booth.
Anyone in chat got any?
So
if anyone
you know
in
how
chat got some ideas, then definitely put them up.
Okay, yeah, so there are 2 pancake shots used in runs.
That is true. We should call this one a pancake as well then.
No, but pancakes are
like
1808
from Perigon?
We need.
Oh no, that's
no, it was
88,
an 1888.
Pancakes are horizontal unless I'm getting them mixed up, so we need like something vertical.
That's true.
To be named after. What's a vertical food?
This is the I don't know. Are there very,
you shoot? Don't you like shoot parallel to the surface? Kind of.
Pancakes are shooting through a gap in a model. You tell me that's not a gap.
No, wait, you're not parallel.
Well, I get why it's called that. Is because it's thinner than a pancake, and that doesn't really have anything to do with the fact that it's vertical. But it is a vertical shot, so I don't care.
You're all,
Sure.
like crossing it.
Mm-hmm. We need to. The name shall now be Pancake Shot because I think it's funny. Nerd. Okay,
Twix.
this is
Slim
the
Jim
Twizzler.
shot.
Hershey's bar.
I like Slim Jim Shot. Yeah. Okay, from here on out is Slim Jim Shot.
Official name.
Yeah. Get the portal to Discord on this.
The V snap is snap into a Slim Jim. Oh,
That.
that's
Oh
awesome.
yeah. Wait a second. It is fairly odd to see Super Reportal, although it's
Yeah,
possible
like
that Paragon just isn't comfortable with the Reportal.
the super reportal looks really interesting in this particular usage.
Yeah. Oh, Zennan's gonna finish a run here. 17.36, I believe that was.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid time to start, or to be rounding halfway through the match with. Is it? I think the Super Portal, when done quickly, would be faster than the Pika Portal.
Yeah, it is.
But like, if you're doing it really quickly, it might as well, like, it's nearly as hard as the normal reportal at that point. So like, it's an interesting route.
I don't know.
It's a cool route that I actually don't get to see that often. So I'm glad I get to
It's mainly
to
just
see it.
because it's really consistent to do fast.
Sure,
The
that makes
Reportal
sense.
isn't gonna get as many runs completed, but speaking of completing runs with Reportal, 1738 from Zennan, not a PB. Still pretty
Not
cool.
yeah.
Sword, what's your favorite super reportal to see in the game?
Favorite Super Reportal here. It's a good question.
I know my favorite and least favorite.
Favorite Super Reportal has got to be.
I'm just gonna say Lemon.
My favorite has got to be the Laser Over Goose Super Reportal. It's not the fastest strat, but it's right up there.
It is
I
cool.
think mine is probably conversion intro, to be honest.
And yeah, just Lemon Scope. My least favorite is by far the 3 gel Super Reportal. I hate that Reportal with a passion. I've choked so
Then
many
he
runs
finished a
to
run
it.
with Super Reportal there. I do believe Reportal is still faster, but you know,
Yeah, it is faster.
Pog Super Reportal. Also, yeah, true. You should all thank FunkPie for the existence of this map.
Yeah.
It's
Use Fulbright. That is true. It is helped quite a bit to see the copium. Conversion intro is definitely the conversion intro Super Portal is definitely the Super Portal that saves the most time.
yeah. Also, we missed the halfway and 10-minute mark, but we are approaching the 5-minute mark here.
I mentioned the half minute, the
We got
halfway
5
mark,
minutes
but
left.
I guess I'm bad at listening. I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. But yeah, less than 5 minutes left. We'll see. Maybe we can get some more runs for Paragon. I feel like if they got one solid time with the Super Portal, they could probably match Zennan's run here. Then we get another time, a 16.85. That is going to put him
Holy shit.
quite a bit ahead of
Wow.
Paragon here. That's going to take a pretty nice run from Paragon to get back. Then it's switching back to the Super Portal. I guess just for fun at this point. But he misses it, so. Can't believe Zennan isn't doing FunkPie's epic lineup. We should literally disqualify Zennan for that, I'll be honest.
True.
Ooh, Zennan not getting stuck there. Doesn't get him. end up getting the reportals. And I will say the Slim Jim shot is still pretty tough on these runners here. Does seem to be quite a limiting factor. Then he gets a nice shot there. Let's see if this run.
I'm going for the Super Reportal.
That was a very fast Super Portal setup, but I don't think he got
That was
stuck,
really fast.
unfortunately. Same with Perigon, but I guess also didn't get stuck. I forgot Pitflings had a Super Reportal. But yeah, that one is very nice.
That one's really satisfying to do, but it's just like, I miss the strafe up there so much because of that stupid invisible wall.
Yeah, that invisible wall is kind of infuriating.
Pifflings, it's good, but like
Pitflings is a solid, like,
it's alright.
depends on the context, because like CM, the Super Portal is kind of annoying, but in full game, I think that Super Portal is top tier.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Mel into it because I'm a certified Mel fan, but the Firestorm Super Reportal at the end is the coolest Super Reportal in any P2 game based game. Any P2 mod or the official game.
All right, Mel fan over here. I do agree. I would hate having to do the triple Reportal route. That would be cringe.
Just ban super reportals.
True.
No, I'm kidding.
How is this even allowed? You just fly.
We do just fly. Zennan finishing a run with the Super Portal, but it's not very. They had to retry the Super Portal, so it didn't end up being particularly good. Oh, I forgot to mention, but there is a new emote in the Portal Speedruns Twitch channel you can claim with your channel points. It is Portal 5 Ayaya, which is an epic emote.
Or
And I think,
$5.
do we think, is it Funkpie who made that one? It was amazing. Because it is amazing. I think Funkpie made it. Yeah. Fire emote.
You should use it all the time.
True.
Just don't overuse it.
Yeah, there's like
Funkpie made it in like 10 minutes. Fair enough.
Oh.
What if someone made Shell? Yeah, that's true. That is what we ended up with, so you know. We all thank our Lord and Savior Funkpie for our great gift. Let's see if we get any more finished runs, as there is only 15 seconds left on the timer. We got... Oh, Zen just missing the platform. That might have been decent. I didn't catch the timer. 4, 3, and we got one more run from both of them, I think. Zennan just got in time. Last
Perigon gets a nice Slim Jim shot.
Then it's not terrible. Ooh, gets unstuck early.
Zennan is gonna win round 2.
Zennan is going to win round 2, taking it to his 2-0 lead.
Alright. And then whenever both runners are ready, we will spin the wheel.
We'll spin a wheel for the third map.
Yep, both players are ready. So map number 3 is going to be Funnel Catch.
We've had that so many times.
That is...
No matter what the map's going to be, it's going to be, oh, we've had that a lot because of just how small the pool of maps is.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. I feel like this probably is one of the most played maps, though. If anyone's keeping a
Funnel Catch is
spreadsheet.
definitely one of the more played maps.
Yeah.
Again, that's just how RNG works.
Yeah.
Right,
Someone should do the math on how many, like on average, if you get every like without the changing vetoes, which kind of messes with the averages. But like if you just had the set vetoes, how many? Oh yeah, it is another map with a precise shot early on. That is true.
Yeah.
Um,
Alright.
I mean,
Both
it's not really
players,
precise. It's just pretty lenient.
both
it's
players are
fairly
ready. We're
linear.
gonna start in 5,
An
4,
annoying
3,
shot.
2, 1, go.
All right. Yeah.
One of the things that's interesting about long shot actually is that it is dependent upon your position where it is portable.
Yeah. And
I
Zennan
say long
seems to
shot, it's a great
be
shot.
Zennan seems to be shooting in the top left as far in as there as you can go. Never seen
That
that
is
before.
that is a strategy. I guess it would make the position for the shot more consistent, although I'm not sure how much room it gives for error.
Yeah. Fun. Looks like Zennan is happy with this map choice.
Yeah.
Perigon actually gets a pretty fast shot, but
Ooh.
unfortunately goes through the portal.
And yeah, falls out to their death. No, generally death is a bad thing in this speedrunning tournament.
Yeah. Not a thing you want to do. And one of my friends has now DM'd me that they're going to start grinding funnel catch. That's
Excellent.
cool.
The more the merrier, as they say. Zennan falling out of that portal is not what you want to see. I think that's like my catchphrase now, is that's not what you want to see.
That isn't what you want to see.
Perigon hitting the button. Maybe gets a finished run here. Whoa! Cube hits the catapult though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Zennan's pre-hopping the elevator? That is, or the opening elevator door, that's... I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Wait, what?
Zennan's pre-hopping the opening elevator door. Oh, can't do proper circle jumps. Sure. That works out as a way to, like, compensate, I guess, yeah.
I gotta be honest, his hops are pretty good.
Yeah.
I've seen one of my friends do that. It's weird.
It's kind of strange.
I don't mean to devalue Paragon, but like, you know, your hops are pretty good too. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Looks like
Got a really
Perigon
good
might be getting
circle
a
jump.
run. 1926, first run on the board. Puts Zennan, or puts Perigon ahead. I was about to say the wrong person.
Also, the predictions haven't closed. So.
That is true. How have the predictions gone? Oh, the predictions haven't been finished yet. Someone needs to finish them.
Hmm. Do your job, mods.
Yeah, Nightbot. Nightbot is a mod, but unfortunately,
Not
unthinking
sentient as
machine.
far as we know.
Yeah,
So
a
finishing with
20.03
20.03.
getting also on the board and only 0.8 away. Are there any mods in chat who can handle the predictions? Did they all vote in the predictions?
Man, just another reason why you should mod me.
That is true.
Hello?
Yeah, the cube toss is pretty tricky. You generally just kind of want it to hit the button as fast as possible because then the door is open as fast as possible. So tossing it upwards is not generally the plan. I don't know where Zennan's going, but oh, I think he might have like loaded a save or something, and now has to find the map again. Yeah. Yeah. Loaded a save. Happens to pretty much everyone who plays both like CM and or full game, because like then you're just gonna have the muscle memory to load saves sometimes. And then falling through the portal there is not great.
Yeah. I don't know if this has anything to do with how Zennan's shooting in the top left, but is that why they keep falling out of the portal whenever they get the shot? Does it
So,
matter on pause, or is...
so the interesting thing about that shot is actually because of how floor portals work and they patched floor reportals, so you don't actually get the
Yeah.
speed from a floor portal. But if you were standing on the edge of the portal, it'll still push you out for some reason. So you actually want to be standing right in the middle of the portal
Okay, so
for it to
that's
work.
why. Thank you for the
Yeah.
explanation.
And sometimes it's really finicky where it's like, really, I wasn't in the. I wasn't on the. Or I wasn't in the middle, but then sometimes it feels super. Like, easy. So, like, just all up to exactly where you're standing.
Keep saying yeah. Okay, uh as we approached the half-minute mark, Perigon is actually winning right now. So we could see the 1-2, we could see a comeback. Why am I saying words like that? Okay.
Yep. Perigon comeback would be quite interesting to see winning this match, and then would have to win the next one to force a tiebreaker, or to have the possibility of winning a tiebreaker. They could just agree to a tie at that point.
Did I curse Perigon, or will Zennan not PB? Oh, that was such a high throw.
Ooh, a
2011.
2011. Not
Bad year.
quite what you want. Zennan did kind of chuck the cube straight up, making it wait a little while until it goes to the button. See, no, Zennan will not be getting, what's it called? I keep forgetting his name. Great shot. That's what it is called. I feel like Tanger has cursed me to always think of portal cut before I think of great shot.
Portal cut.
Tanger tried to get the trick called portal cut, for
Why?
reasons. Zennan also bonked for going through the final portal. That will hurt your chances. See if Zennan can hit this. Nope, no long shot or great shot.
Yeah, we're halfway done and still Paragon's winning.
Yep,
Looks like this might be a win.
possible. Although both runners still have chances, there is still 7 minutes left.
Breaking
Yeah,
news: my friend has retracted their statement that they will be grinding funnel catch as they do not like the level.
it's not one for everyone, but I do agree. Yeah, that with Xenernicus that you do probably want to be shooting the portal you go through before you grab the cube. And it looks like Zennan might start doing that. And then just not really getting that great shot there, but is going to take the run. Ooh, I think was spamming E too much and dropped the cube right as they grabbed it.
For like 3 minutes, I just look in the top right of Zenon's screen and I just laugh at that dog. I don't know
Yeah,
why. That dog
pretty
is
good picture.
messed up.
This is the way this tournament works, where both streamers or both runners are just streaming their game to the mainstream, hypothetically, you could put whatever you want on that screen.
So just Punk Pie Gaming.
Yeah, Funk Pie Gaming.
Wonder if that also leads to getting stuff like hand kibs though, which is interesting.
We could hypothetically get that, yeah. As we're rounding 5 minutes here, Paragon's still in the lead. I think we've only seen 4 completed runs. Luke uses hand cam? Yeah. That makes sense. I didn't see that, but oh, Zennan. Oh, the cube fell or didn't touch the button. That was tragic. That probably would have been like an 18, judging by the timer.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a really... Ooh, that was a great shot, but also falls out of the portal again, so...
Zennan going for the cube again. They're throwing it really high in the air.
Yeah,
For
that one just didn't hit the
absolutely
portal
no
ever.
reason.
Or it didn't button.
Would have probably been like an 18 something again.
3 first shots in a row? That is pretty good. That's pretty nutty.
Perigon, unfortunately, was going to hit the plate there. Unless they just didn't even get the shot and just jumped off. I've seen them doing that a lot.
I mean, it's fair enough. It's basically like practicing a bit for like when you do one tap it. You jinxed it, yeah. Sorry, Full Heart. We need to remove you immediately. Tampering with the runs. Ooh, another first shot for Zennan. Ooh, but doesn't make it to the ledge. That is unfortunate. Yeah, Zennan is
you hate to
looking...
see it.
Zennan's runs here are pretty good, but just haven't gotten a completed run in a while. Perigon's also getting a bunch of first shots, but just falling out of the portal. Unfortunate.
Really coming down the last second to Zennan. As they've shown, they could totally PB at any second. It's just, will they?
Yeah. Very intense, honestly. Perigon falling out of the portal again. Zennan lining up, not getting a shot here. That is true. The close portal first does make it harder to be consistently. Because then, yeah. Because if you basically shoot that portal as you're walking into it, it's like fairly easy to get in the middle. But if the portal's already there, then yeah. Where is the middle? Who knows?
I think optimally though, shooting the portal first is like very, very slightly faster.
I don't think so. I think if you watch Unity or Lathel's run, I'm pretty certain it should be basically the same speed because it's because you're walking to the portal anyway. It's not like you're getting stopped.
Yeah, I guess.
By the wall.
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking of like you just pressing up against the portal while getting the shot. That doesn't really make sense. There's a wall there.
Yeah, you kind of have to walk out to see the shot. Zennan getting a good shot here. We should see possible run here.
Just
Getting through. Just... Oh!
Missed the throw again!
Once again, missing the button!
Oh my god.
Tragic.
This is tragic!
Only like 1 minute left. Come on.
With only a minute left, we shall see if we get another run through, but... chances are dwindling.
I think Paragon's freaking out after hearing how close Zennan was.
That's actually... yeah, this format is awful for nerves. As somebody who has run in the match, it is quite nerve-wracking. One thing to touch on, actually, with nerves is, like, the question of do you, if you're a runner in the stream, do you watch the stream? Like, granted, you don't want to be distracted, but maybe the commentators have useful advice or stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I think
It's
the
quite
main
possible.
advantage with watching the stream would just be seeing your opponent, but that's kind of a double-edged sword.
Yeah, because
A lot
you
of
can
people
get
Honestly,
very
I would
nervous
prefer
quite
to
fast.
like not watch this stream because I don't want to get distracted.
Yeah, but some
Sure.
And
people
like,
would like
and
to
I'll,
see it. Sorry.
yeah,
Timer
I'd
has run
rather just
out.
like, to be honest, I'd rather just like
Timer's
have
up.
my like partner's time be like a surprise.
Timer has run out, so that means that Paragon takes this win here,
The main
as Zennan's
advantage.
run was not in
Wait a minute,
time and doesn't hit the button.
is
The main
portaling on the
ad-
right side just as fast as the portaling on the left? Because I've never
It
done
should
it.
be. I think
The
it's
main
pretty much identical.
I mean, like, it could
Sorry,
like.
we keep interrupting Turkey. Hold on.
Sorry, the main advantage that would just be seeing like what the other person's doing strategy wise and just trying to replicate that. Alright,
Yeah, that's
speak
true.
now.
Alright, both players are ready for round 4 here, so let's spin the wheel, see what we're gonna get. It's going to be Ricochet.
Ricochet, that is a
An
tough one.
RNG, a mainly RNG based map.
If
Yeah,
you're doing the world record
If
throw,
you're
but I'm
going
not
for the
sure.
toss,
Yeah, I very highly doubt that anyone's gonna go for the toss.
yeah, the toss is already really
hard.
painful as it is.
Both players have reacted to that, to the Ricochet announcement with some threatening words.
Oh.
I
Did
need
you
to
mind
hear
reading
'em.
it out?
I do mind reading it out.
Alright.
Okay, fair enough.
This is like when I threatened Black Semco over view snapping. I did do that. I think it was a joke, but you know, it was about view snaps, so there is no joke here.
Zennan's going for the full game route.
Yep. Probably a safe option considering it probably will just finish more runs and hopefully get a decent time.
Alright, both players are ready. So we are going to... Whoa.
Restart the timer.
Yep, I know. Get started here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, they're off.
We do appear to be off. Yep, there we go. Paragon with a little bit more stream delay than Zennan, but that happens. I'm doing the like easier reportal. Paragon going for the ground reportal, which should save a bit of time. Zernick is hoping to see at least a 21, and Zennan's thinking 22. Fair enough for either runner. I believe that they could get a decent time here, like a 22-21. Like a 22 or a 21, not a 22-21 specifically. That's a very random specific time.
Yeah, Zennan actually gets a pretty decent run with the
Yeah.
strategy, but
Ooh,
unfortunately
going for box
gets
bounce.
slow. No,
And the
doesn't
cube does
stay on the
not stick
button.
on the button.
It's gonna be really interesting to see if any of the runners get through the door with their speed.
Yeah. If you do a
Hopefully
decent
they do.
cube hop, what do they call it? Cube throw at the end, I think, yeah, 21 is pretty obtainable with the full game route. Someone should,
I think I remember, like, back then, like, someone said that it was, like, the record with, like, Snack or someone said that the record with the full game, route is, like a high 20 or something.
Sounds around there. Perigon getting
Definitely.
a run through here, maybe. Oh, hits the side of the portal. Doesn't quite get you what you want there.
Zennan's interestingly enough, seems to be like moving forward as they go through the portal. Bit weird.
That is an interesting play.
Don't know if it's intentional or not. Perigon hits box bounce and finishes with a
2508
flat. Oh, is that 08? I'm sorry, I'm
It was an 08. Getting first round of the match. It is quite possible here that, like, only 2 other runs are finished, so, you know, getting more runs finished is a good idea. Finishing all the runs you can, basically.
Be really cool to see a Perigon come back. Zennan doesn't get enough speed from the reportal, unfortunately.
Yeah, you do really want the panel thing. It does take quite a lot of time, because it kind of gives you more speed through the ending.
I wonder if the runners will get the overclocking achievement. Is that what
That
it's
is a
called?
good question. Perigon going fairly early there, unfortunately. The overclocking achievement is the hardest achievement in Portal 2, and I have documents to prove it.
Yeah, I believe it's only 0.08% of speedrunners have
Then
it,
in
right?
getting the bounce and getting a 21.96 PBing.
Massive PB. Haven't been reading out PBs, damn it.
Apparently, that seems to be a PB by 2 ticks, if I'm understanding Zennan correctly there.
It probably does gyro, because most other achievements you can get in CM.
Yeah, CM starts a session, so yeah, you can get that achievement in CM. That is a very nice time from Zennan. We'll need to see a decent panel fling from Perigon to try to rival it.
Perigon also seems to be getting on the catapult really fast after hitting the ground instead of, like, taking time to get the upward fling from the panels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tricky. The timing there is actually fairly precise, even though it doesn't, like, you wouldn't think it is, but it is fairly precise.
Yeah. True, you really do gotta.
You want the cube to be on like the button before you get there, so that you can preserve speed and to get through the door very cleanly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, getting a run where you actually get your speed through the door is actually quite difficult when it comes to the throw. But can save a bunch of time if done properly.
10-minute mark. Yeah. Paragon is pretty far behind Zennan. We're gonna need a quick comeback.
Anything is possible. It is Ricochet after all. Anyone know why the map's called that? Oh, Perigon gets the panel fling, but doesn't realize it getting a 24-28.
Shell kind of ricochets off the wall because there's like a catapult on the wall.
Oh yeah, I guess that does make sense. Hey Giles,
You like bounce
Perigon
all
got a
over the place.
24-28. Giles will never respond to me. There it is. Yeah, that is true. Watching the stream here tells you that you cannot beat, well, I'm fairly certain you can't beat Zennan with box boost. If you did record fling, you might be able to, but
Maybe
yeah.
pass.
You should get panel flinger reset here, definitely. I want to see like I don't know. Yeah, not with this route, but like Bexy or Snack doing the cube throw and then box bounce would be something to see.
Yeah, again, Perigon going early, getting box bounce and getting a 24-43.
24-43, not quite. Oh, Perigon has a 23-33. It's quite interesting. It's a nice time, honestly. There's another map where actually dare hops do save a decent, or not a decent bit, but a bit of time here because of the
There's a big space how you need
hallway,
to clear.
yeah. Although I have heard from the Unity himself that he recommends the wall strafe because it makes the hop pattern just much easier most of the time. So it might be a little slow, but like most of the time you don't need to save that little bit. Perigon's still doing box bounce, chucking the cube. Getting through the ending at a 24.06. That is another round PB, but not gonna beat Zennan like that. Yeah, more 24s.
Doing a wall strafe on this map only loses like 0.3 based on what I just did.
Yeah, it should be around there. And you get the hot pattern like 80 or 90% of the time. Well, with stair ops, it's more inconsistent. We shall
Is
see
there
if
a map
Perigon...
where there's...
Hmm?
Go on, sorry.
We shall see if Perigon can get the
What?
the panel fling. He's kind of gonna need it without to try to rival the time there.
Is there a map where like stair hopping and wall strafing are like the same speed? Like turret intro, but like it's like turret intro. Like turret intro has like a really interesting door trigger. Like
Yeah,
it's close to the door, but like stair hopping isn't faster, but like you preserve speed for the door, but like it's just
it
that
is strange. Yeah, third intro's start is kind of
you
unique.
can stair up the door and still like exit the door just as fast as if you would like
I
as if you
mean,
were to wall strafe.
I could tell you, third intro. I think if I just find the record render, it should probably do whichever's faster. I mean, if record's just losing time at the start, that'd be kind of whack.
Unity does a wall strafe at the start, so I just assume that.
It does seem to be wall strafing and is probably faster. I think I saw him say somewhere that wall strafing is faster.
Wall strafing just allows you to preserve speed for the door
Yeah.
and gain more speed from it.
Zennan doing a sick 360
Assuming,
there.
like,
Oh, but not having the cube hit the laser.
assuming you get like a pretty good door boost.
Hmm.
Can you even get a door boost on turret intro? I don't know. It really
It probably
depends on
does
how
depend
far
on...
you can get on 3 hops from the door.
Perigon, again getting the panel fling, but was facing backwards.
Wait, do you know what day the task premiered? Was it June 23rd? Or am I getting this?
I am unaware. Um... I think it was
Let me take a look.
July,
Actually.
if I'm not mistaken, but I don't remember.
Okay, so the door trigger is like close to the door, but like not like
Oh.
not like oh
Perigon not getting that, yeah.
unfortunate bonk. But like the door trigger is like the door trigger is like
Rounding 4 minutes left in this match. We got Zennan still leading
It's-
by quite a margin.
it's
leading
close to the door, but like it's not in a way of the stairs. It's not like
Yeah.
Unity start where it can just like do a circle jump on the stairs and get a door boost from like that.
No, this map is not one you... Yeah, That's Pro specifically is kind of... You just want to give it some right momentum because you're already flinging basically towards the button.
Paragon, what
I'm
seems
doing
to
it
be
again.
happening is Paragon's facing the direction of the button and then like throwing it straight forward. You just kind of moving towards the button. You just want to flick right and then press E. Hope you can figure that out in time.
Less than 3 minutes remaining. Seems like we might just be getting a 3-1 here. Perigon versus Zennan. Which is honestly For Perigon, not a bad result considering the seeding to start off with.
Whoa, that cube was spinning. Yeah. Perigon still might be able to pull out a run. I'm praying on Perigon winning this. It'll be entertaining.
Yeah, it would be pretty epic.
We're approaching 2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh,
Zennan
yeah.
getting
If
a
Perigon
high
can
fling
pull
there.
off a really good run, he could potentially beat Zennan.
Yeah, but he does have to realize and switch up the movement on his throw, which would be quite impressive. This is one of the scenarios where watching the stream would help.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can hear and look at Zennernicus
Quick,
and
asking
does.
gameplay help.
Quick, yeah.
You only have time for about 4 more completed runs.
Yep.
I'd be assuming there were no mistakes, so really gotta.
Gotta get these guns up.
Paragon. Ah, but he
Doing the
misses.
same throw.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
Honestly, right now, it might just be faster to get close to the button and place it.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen. I am just straight verbatim reading what Zennernicus just sent in the chat right as I said that word. Does appear like Zennan's probably winning this match, as Paragon just doesn't quite understand this throw. Going for box bounce, and just chucking the cube.
That was a lot of hideout and box
I
bounce. Do
think
you normally get
Perigon
that
is
much?
putting way too much force on that throw.
Yeah, box bounce is very variable with how much height you get, because it all depends on how the box is feeling today. You know, V physics, my favorite form of Portal 2 physics. It's not that random, you're right. But there are scenarios where you go lower or you go higher. And that was a pretty fairly
And
high
time is up.
run. Oh, you get yeah, okay. So it's not like random, but it is like variable. Yeah. That's kind of what I meant, but it's not exactly what I ended up saying.
Zennan will win round 4.
Zennan
Which
is
means he
winning round
will
4.
win this match.
Yep. Whole match goes to Zennan 1-3.
Yeah. Guess
Unfortunate for
we'll see
Paragon
if
here.
Alright.
is
GG to
that
both
it.
players. Yeah, for this round, that's it. Let's see, what do we have?
Both players played really good. Sorry.
Yeah. Let's see, what do we have tomorrow on the schedule? At 9:30 a.m. Eastern, we have Fifth Web versus Rudco. At 1 p.m., Royal versus Real Creative. At 2:30, so immediately after the Royal versus Creative match, there's Ivy Comb versus Sword.
Ooh.
And then at 9:45 p.m., Semco versus Sulfur. So
That is
I'm pretty excited, to be honest.
fairly
Wait, no, it's not
stacked
PM, it's AM.
AM? Oh shit, it is AM.
I'm gonna need to get up pretty early.
Alright.
That is an early match.
Guess we gotta find someone to rate. It doesn't look like there are any P2 runners
Yeah, it doesn't
live.
look like there's anyone on P2 to raid, so
P1? Question mark?
yeah, I know someone to raid.
Okay.
I know someone to raid. I'm gonna go raid My good Fro. He's not even on stream, bro. He ain't even here. He ain't even here. Alright. We're gonna go raid my friend Yoma. We'll hope he comes back after the raid starts. But we're gonna go raid my friend Yoma. He's running Luigi's Mansion. The raid message will be bring back Portal 2 SMH.
Come back to Portal 2.
Bring back Portal 2 SMH. That's the raid message. Alright, goodbye everyone.
Bring
See you
back
tomorrow.
Portal 2.